Welcome back, Eagles. We're excited to have you on campus for the remainder of the 2021 school year. Before we get back to campus, let's talk about some expectations while we are on campus. So let's start with some introductions. The principal is Miss Baird. I'm the assistant principal, Miss Smith. You're the counselor for A through L. Last name's A through L is Mrs. Friedman. And the counselor for M through Z is Mrs. Shakiba. Okay, the bell schedule you've seen a few times. Now I want to point out that to be on time for Block A, when it is your turn to be on campus, you want to come between 8 and 8:15. Now, 8 o'clock is if you're going to be doing the virtual support. 8:15 is if you're not doing the virtual support. Either way, when you get on campus, you are walking straight to your classroom. For Block A, your first class that you're taking, you're walking straight to that classroom and then you have a seat there. We are not hanging out in the quad area or in the hallways. You walk straight to the class. And those of us doing afternoon classes, our first one starts at 12:30. Masks must be worn at all times. This is not optional. Okay, so if you refuse to wear a mask, then we will ask you to go back to the virtual setting. Okay, social distancing guidelines. Now we've been practicing social distance for almost a year now, but just to review how it looks like on campus, you do need to stay 6 feet apart from one another. There are signs on the floor to let you know which way we're going to walk, and I'll cover that a little bit more because the hallways will be directional now. And there are dots and arrows on the floor to show you about how far away from each other you should be in the event that you have to wait outside for your teacher. Okay, now when we are in the hallways, there is one-way traffic. All right, so one way to think about this is we're going up and in the middle and out the sides. Okay, so when I'm looking at the side of the building, this is one of my exit points, and this is another exit point. So on the ends of the F building and on the ends of the E building, on those staircases that are outside or lead to outside, those are our exits. Now when we're going in the building, we're going through the middle. So right here is kind of like where the middle of the buildings are. So here is an entrance. Here on the top is an entrance. Over here, kind of behind the tree, there's an entrance there, and there's on the bottom as well. So we're going in through those doors. Now if you forget, we did think about that. There's signs everywhere. Okay, so if you forget, you're looking at them. So look above the door. However you face the door, it's going to tell you if you should be entering, exiting, or if you're just going the wrong way. Okay, so pay attention to your signs. So if I'm standing on the outside of this door here, I know that, okay, this hallway I'm entering and I can go straight through because it says enter only on this sign. Over here it says exit, so I know I can go through this door and that's fine. Now, there are some signs to help us out with where the classrooms are located because the numbers are a little bit mixed up in the hallways when you're looking at it. And then you want to look and see, well, can I go the way that I need to go? So if I have a class that's pointing left, I can go left. But this class on the right, I'm actually going the wrong way if I go the other way because the arrow here on the wall and on the arrows on the floor are telling me which way to go. Okay, tardies and attendance. So your parents do need to check you in on Parent Square every day before you get here. Okay, now the easiest thing to do is to get the Parent Square app so you don't have to take the screenshots or print it every single day. But your parent has to get the Parent Square app if that's what you're doing. But you do need to have a plan to get to class on time. Okay, later we'll show you how the drop-off and pickups are going to look like, but you should not be leaving the house at 8:15 expecting to be in class in only 5 minutes. Okay, if you have a note, like always, email it to the attendance office. Okay, now dress code. We are here for our education, so our dress code needs to be positive, distraction-free, and safe for the educational environment. This means we're covering all the B's, boxers, bottoms, bellies, all of that. Toes and heels need to be covered. You cannot wear open-toe shoes, and you cannot wear shoes that you just slide into them, and there's no backing of them, no back straps where it could just fall off. Okay, that is a safety hazard, and we can't have that. Hats and hoods need to be off in class. Pay attention to your teacher rules. Follow whatever rule they have for the hats and hoods in the classroom. Okay, the electronics, the cell phones need to be off when class starts. That's not an option. Cell phones should not be ringing during the day. Now, the earbuds, we are not responsible for finding them, and they get lost a lot because they're so small and they fall out while you're walking. We will not look for your earbuds. Please do not bring them to school. Bicycles and skateboards. Okay, bicycles and skateboards, you do need to have a helmet to have that on campus. We do have a bike rack and a skateboard rack where all of those items need to be stored throughout the day. If you do not have a helmet, we will have your item in the office and we will release it to a parent or a guardian. If you are not feeling well, in the morning, that means you should not be coming to school that day. You should go to the virtual class in the afternoon. If you get to school and later on in the day you're not feeling well and it kind of just sort of happened, and we know that things happen and sometimes for random reasons you don't feel well, then you're letting your teacher know, you're gathering your belongings and you're heading to the health office. And of course you're wearing your mask and you check in with Miss Carter. Okay? But you should not be coming to school in the morning if you already know that you do not feel well. Okay, so let's be safe, let's be respectful, and let's be prepared. And of course, always, let's be kind. And we look forward to seeing you on March 22nd, the 23rd, or the 24th. All right, have a great day. Bye.